तो गिरते पड़ते जैसे मर्जी लगा लो, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड ने ग्रुप स्टेज तो क्लियर कर ही लिया। चेल्सी इज बॉसिंग इट, क्लीन शीट पे क्लीन शीट, क्लीन शीट पे क्लीन शीट, बस करो यार। बार्सिलोना ने मैच शुरू ऐसे किया, लगा कि 3-4 गोल से आज पक्का बार्सिलोना मारने वाला है। Out of all the Champions League fixtures yesterday, there was one fixture that I was quite excited about, and that was Manchester United versus Villarreal. Now, these two teams are the kind of clubs that always end up together in any fixture, be it Europa League or now in Champions League as well. So there are some fixtures like that which knowingly or unknowingly end up together. For example, Napoli and Liverpool, Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. That is why there is this competitive feeling that starts to build up when two teams who face each other a lot end up together again. So that is why I was quite excited to see what happens with Villarreal and Manchester United. I think that Villarreal was in complete control of the game except for the last 10 to 12 minutes in which they lost the game. Villarreal पूरा dominate कर रहा था possession में. They were setting the tempo of the game and जो भी shots ले रहे थे वो ज़्यादा Villarreal की side से थे, especially first half में. It was David De Gea who actually kept Manchester United in the game, especially in the first half. But he also made a very crucial save in the second half as well. So David De Gea का importance जो होता है हर match में वो दिख ही जाता है. As a neutral fan, I did not really feel that in first 60 minutes anything was happening. Definitely Villarreal was more in control of the game and you expected that Villarreal might score a goal or two. That did not happen. It just felt like both the teams were not really taking any risk because they didn't want to concede goal. So it just did not seem that there was an urgency from both of them to get a goal. They just wanted to keep a clean sheet first so that they don't do a lot of damage, and then maybe in the last quarter of the game they can go ahead and get a goal. So that urgency, that need to win, that competitive feeling we could see in the 60th minute of the game, and that started from Villarreal. There was more urgency and the tempo of the game increased in that 60th minute, like I said, from Villarreal. But in 65th minute, Manchester United made really, really good substitutes, and I clearly feel that the substitutes that United made at the right point of time changed the game for Manchester United. Rashford and Bruno Fernandes came on at 65th minute. Then you could see smoothness in United's game. There was more threat from United. They looked more confident. They created more chances. So it's not like as soon as Bruno and Rashford came on and Villarreal just didn't know what to do, because they were still dominating in possession. They knew what they were doing. They were in control of the game, like I said. But I just felt that the build-up that Villarreal was doing from the back, starting from the goalkeeper and then moving on to the defenders and in the midfield, they were moving the ball so slow. They knew that United was not pressing. I must say that is how they conceded the goal. They were taking their own sweet time to find that perfect pass, and in that time I think that Manchester United made the best use out of it. So Rulli, the goalkeeper of Villarreal, had the ball and he took his own sweet time to pass the ball to Kepu, and that was not a very good pass, by the way. But Fred anticipated it, and that slight second of pressing, and Ronaldo was at the right place at the right time. And when Ronaldo has the ball in that area, in that position, there is no way that Ronaldo is not going to score. And it's things like these, it's mistakes like these and chances like these that Cristiano Ronaldo would never ever miss. That is why he is what he is. Ronaldo knows that you won't get chances like that, and boy, he would never disappoint you at that point of time. So after that goal, Villarreal was completely rattled, and it did not even look like they had it in them to equalize it or maybe win the game or maybe get a draw. There was nothing left for Villarreal then. There was no real intent. When you give confidence to a team like Manchester United, which I know that they are not in form right now and not winning matches and are not having a good time right now, but when they get confidence, there is no way that you can take the game from them. And then United was in complete control and they came to do some damage, and that's what they did. And that Jadon Sancho goal, I think everyone must be thrilled with that guy for that goal. That is his first goal for Manchester United, and boy did he deserve that. I think that is what everybody was expecting from Jadon Sancho, but things cannot work like that if you don't get game time. He was getting game time and you could see the results forming up. You could see how good Sancho was in yesterday's game. तो गिरते पड़ते जैसे मर्जी लगा लो, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड ने ग्रुप स्टेज तो क्लियर कर ही लिया. जो इंटरिम मैनेजर है माइकल कैरिक, उनका पहला गेम था और वो पहले गेम में ही विन मिल गया. एंड नाउ देयर इज अ सेइंग दैट माइकल कैरिक इज ऑन द व्हील. इज ही? That's what I want to ask you guys as well. Do you think that Michael Carrick should be the manager of Manchester United? Well, if you ask me, I don't think that he should be. It is true that Ole is no more the manager of Manchester United, but was the problem only Ole? There was some serious issues with the coaching staff as well, but that has not changed. It's still the same. So if I'm thinking for Manchester United, it's quite weird because I'm a Liverpool fan and everybody knows that. I feel that they should go for somebody new, somebody fresh, if they can find that. Now, seeing United's yesterday's performance, I won't say that they played brilliantly. It was just a normal performance from them. I know that they're low on confidence right now. There are so many things going on in the club and you are not in that mindset and you're obviously not in form. So things get in the way and you gotta win, that's what matters. But it won't take you anywhere. It won't happen like that. The first goal that United scored was a mistake from Villarreal. So if thinking that this is the team and they have come back and this is the United team that can win anything, I seriously don't think that's what this is. So that is why I feel that if they're going for Zinedine Zidane and if he is ready to come to the club, it's good. It's well and good. But there are so many buts in Zinedine Zidane and him coming to Manchester United. Same thing was happening with Antonio Conte and Tottenham when in the summer window they were planning to get him, but he didn't. But whenever the deal has to work, it works and it works immediately. And they got Antonio Conte like a month back and see now it's working fine for them. But if Zinedine Zidane is not really wanting or the things are not falling in place for him to come to Manchester United, there is someone who is ready to manage Manchester United, who is ready to take on this project, and he knows a lot would be demanded and expected from him, and that is Pochettino. Now Pochettino is not happy at PSG, that's what he said, and now he's really interested in this Manchester United project. Now imagine there is somebody who's really wanting to manage your club, so I'm sure that he's going to give everything to it, and I don't think that Pochettino is not a capable manager. Listen, you can't deny the fact that you have seen this Tottenham under Pochettino and Tottenham after Pochettino left. So don't tell me that Pochettino did not have any significance in Tottenham's squad, because he clearly did. They were in the finals of Champions League and just lost the match from Liverpool, and thank God we won that one. That's another story. But then I really feel that Pochettino would be a good choice for Manchester United. Obviously he would need time, and the squad is very, very good. They have the quality, they have the creativity, they have the talent. So a manager like Pochettino can start from zero and maybe move ahead, and then don't really expect results in the first game just because Steven Gerrard won the first game, Antonio Conte did really well, and Xavi won the first game. So it does not mean that every manager has to be that way. But I actually believe in Pochettino, and why he would have said something like that openly, that he's ready to manage Manchester United, and I think United should really make the most of it. अगर United को लग रहा है कि इनको rash decisions नहीं लेने हैं, क्योंकि अगर Pochettino ready है and अगर Zidane ready नहीं है, तो they don't want to just take rash decisions and think आराम से कि कौन manage कर सकता है Manchester United को. लेकिन 2-3 महीने की thinking के बाद अगर वो माइकल कैरिक के साथ सेटल होने वाले हैं कि यही मैनेजर है जो ये यूनाइटेड की टीम को आगे लेके जाएगा, आई डोंट थिंक दैट वुड बी अ गुड प्लानिंग. दे हैव द सेम स्ट्रक्चर, दे वर द सेम पीपल व्हेन ओले वाज मैनेजिंग द क्लब. तो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू चेंज? आई डोंट थिंक दैट मच इज गोइंग टू चेंज देन, व्हिच इज व्हाई आई फील कोई फ्रेशनेस लेके आना क्लब में बहुत ज़रूरी है, एंड आई रियली फील दैट पोचेटिनो कैन डू दैट. बट सोचो 4 महीने की थिंकिंग के बाद भी मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड ना पोचेटिनो को ले पाया, ना ज़िनेडिन ज़िदान को ले पाया. इससे अच्छा तो राश डिसीजन ले लेते एंड पोचेटिनो जो रेडी है उसको ले लेते, क्लब में वो बेटर रहता. तो डोंट नो अगर आगे जाके कोई फ्री होने वाला है मैनेजर और नहीं, बट अभी के लिए तो जो ऑप्शन है वो यही हैं. बट डू कमेंट बिलो, डू यू थिंक दैट पोचेटिनो हैज़ इट इन हिम टू मैनेज अ टीम लाइक मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड एंड विन समथिंग विद देम? Do comment below. I would love to know what you think about it. Now there were many other matches last night, like Chelsea versus Juventus. Chelsea is bossing it. They are bossing it like anything. And Edward Mendy, oh my god, clean sheet पे clean sheet, clean sheet पे clean sheet. बस करो यार, डर लग रहा है अभी ना. Like ऐसा लगता है कि there is no way that any team, not even Manchester City, can think of getting through a team like Chelsea now. प्रीमियर लीग में तो पूरा लग रहा है कि टेबल में टॉप तो चेल्सी ही करने वाला है. तुम अपने पोजीशन देख लेना कि सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ कहाँ आना है. चेल्सी इज कम्प्लीटली रूलिंग एनी कॉम्पिटिशन दैट देयर इज. ओ माई गॉड, हाउ गुड दैट टीम इज, एंड इट्स जस्ट सो हार्ड टू बिलीव that this was the exact team under Frank Lampard and this is the team under Thomas Tuchel, and boy, I did not really expect that from Thomas Tuchel यार. I will keep saying this all the time that मुझे हमेशा से लगता था कि वो 2-3 महीने का हनीमून पीरियड होता है जो कि एंड हो जाएगा, लेकिन अभी तक नहीं एंड हो रहा, अभी तक नहीं एंड हो रहा. कब एंड होगा? When will we start thinking of some competitions, of some trophies? लेकिन अगर चेल्सी ऐसे ही परफॉर्म करती रही, देयर इज नो वे दैट देयर इज एनीबडी हु इज गोइंग टू विन. तो जो है वही ठीक है और देखा जाएगा आगे क्या होने वाला है. यूवेंटस को थ्रैश करा, थ्रैश लिटरली 4-0 से जीते हैं. क्लीन शीट रखा एडवर्ड मेंडी ने. बॉय मतलब कितना बात करें उनके बारे में. देन देयर इज बार्सिलोना वर्सेस बेनफिका. उनका भी मैच था यार. बार्सिलोना ने मैच शुरू ऐसे किया, लगा कि 3-4 गोल से आज पक्का बार्सिलोना मारने वाला है. But it ended in a draw. My God, I just did not expect कि ये वाला मैच ड्रॉ होएगा. क्योंकि शुरू बहुत अच्छी इंटेंसिटी से किया था. आई थिंक बार्सिलोना को भी अभी थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए होगा टू सेटल विद द न्यू मैनेजर. एंड इतने सारे इंजरीज ऑलरेडी हो रखे हैं बार्सिलोना के साथ, तो एक बार पूरा स्क्वाड आ गया. लेट्स सी हाउ Xavi परफॉर्म्स विद देम. अ लॉट टू टॉक अबाउट, अ लॉट टू डिस्कस. देखते हैं आज का चैंपियंस लीग फिक्सचर्स कैसे जाते हैं. डू आई वांट लिवरपूल टू लाइक विन एवरी मैच? Obviously I do, obviously, but I just want कि हम थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट कर पाएँ with the players and you know starting 11 थोड़े डिफरेंट रख पाएँ. बिकॉज देखो भाई, छोटा स्क्वाड है हमारा. मैं हमेशा से यही चीज़ बोलती रहती हूँ, तो कोई इंजरी ना हो बिकॉज बहुत सारे फिक्सचर्स है आगे जाने के लिए. एंड लेट्स सी क्या होता है. दैट इज इट फ्रॉम मी टुडे. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. प्लीज लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, शेयर एंड हिट द बेल आइकन so you never miss a video from me. Thank you for watching. Namaste.